What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about the best units to take to Grey Demon Hell. Now, my last video I did Red Demon Hell, and so now I'm going to be doing Grey Demon, and then my next video I'll be doing Crimson Demon. A lot of people seem to not understand you can only take type advantage, which I've said multiple times in multiple videos. You can't take any other element besides type advantage. So with Red Demon, it's only blue units for Hell. For Grey Demon, it's only green units for Hell, and then for Crimson, you can only take red units. That's how it works. Now, Grey Demon is almost factually the easiest one out of all of them, besides the fact that it only has 2 health bars, and that if you break its shield, it gets stunned. There's a lot of characters that kind of just destroy Grey Demon. So we're going to be talking about everything that you need to know. So number 1, Escanor. As you guys know, Grey Demon cannot be attacked by melee attacks when he's in the air, when he's flying. Obviously, Escanor has a melee attack, but this doesn't matter, right? You're not going to be using this card for damage anyways. You are going to be using this card for ult rush. So if you have a rank 2, fills his ult gauge by 1, and if you have a rank 3, fills ult gauge by 2. This obviously does damage and can take away buffs, which is nice. But you're doing all of that to rush his ultimate. And the reason why is because when it comes to Grey Demon, all you're going to do is rush ults. There's a strategy that you're able to use where you literally just rush ult with your characters over and over and over. And how you do that is Green Elizabeth. With Green Elizabeth, she starts the game, fills hero's ultimate move gauge by two orbs at the start. So she starts with 2 orbs. So what you do is you and your teammate will both rush y'all's Elizabeth's ults. Then the next turn, y'all will both pop the ults, and her ultimate gives everybody 2 orbs. So you just given everybody 4 ult gauge. That's going to max out everyone's ult gauge. And then all you're going to do is whichever Elizabeth went first is going to have 2 ult gauge because she ulted and then the second one ulted. So then you rush her ult again. Then you rush the other Elizabeth's ult again. You'll just keep going back and forth. And like I said, I'll make videos over all these Hell raids when they come out. So don't worry. But yeah. With Escanor, you're literally just rushing ult with him. Nothing crazy. Elizabeth is going to be your go-to ult rusher. Now, there are other units you can use, and there's other ways to do it. But Elizabeth is the best ult rusher for Grey Demon Hell. So there you go. Now, the second damage dealer, or another damage dealer, will be King. Now, people are more likely to max Escanor's ult than Green King's ult. So that's why I put Escanor first. But the thing about King is, Green King can use his cards. Both of his cards are long range. So that means that he can do damage to Grey Demon outside of his ultimate. Now, I have my Green King's ult 6/6. Most people won't. That's perfectly fine. Whenever you're rushing ult, it doesn't matter. You're going to be ulting back to back to back to back anyways. It's perfectly fine. So whatever ult level you have on him is fine. You obviously want to get the combo ultimate for the extra damage. And you will just rush ult. One of the best teams is like Escanor, King, Elizabeth, and then somebody in the 4th. And you just rush those 2 ults back over and over and over. Another unit, which I don't really recommend, but you can use her if you need to, is Jericho. Now, the reason why I don't necessarily recommend Jericho is because this is a melee attack, which Jericho can't use. This is a melee attack, which Jericho can't use. And her passive basically wants her to use her cards quite a lot to crit. And if she's just ulting, she's not going to be critting. Now, don't get me wrong, her ult does good damage, right? 840%. With her combo, it's 960, right? At 6/6. But it's just, Escanor and King are debatably better. Well, not even debatably. They're better when it comes to this, but you can use Jericho. But yeah, all 3 of these are just some of the best damage dealers that you can possibly take for this raid. Now, moving on to kind of support utility, Valenti. Valenti is amazing. Valenti's passive will make Grey Demon literally do no damage. And this is one of the reasons why Grey Demon is the easiest. Besides the fact that you have the ult rush mechanic with Green Elizabeth, Green Escanor is dumb, does really good damage. Green King was made for the raid. Jericho's a nuker. Valenti's passive makes Great Demon do no damage. On top of, her ult does double damage to enemies, which Great Demon buffs himself. He always has one buff on him. So, that's just going to be amazing damage on top of everything, right? So, very, very, very good unit because of her passive and her ultimate. I auto demons right now. Like, the extremes, I auto all of them. And I'm able to do so because of Valenti passive. So, trust me when I tell you, very, very good. Best case scenario is you and your partner have Valenti. And if you can go like Escanor, Valenti, Elizabeth. You can go King, Valenti, Elizabeth. That's what I'm probably going to do. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But, that is probably the best team. Simply because you take no damage. Valenti's ult does dumb damage. Elizabeth's going to be able to have you ult rush, everything like that. We already talked about Elizabeth. Self-explanatory. She can also heal. And, there is a skill that, stops people from healing, right? The Great Demon applies Infect. If he applies Infect, if you pop ult, no one will get the heal, so no one will get the ult orbs. Her rank 2 and rank 3 cleanses, so she's really good for that as well. She can cleanse, so she can take away the Infect so that your team can get the ult gauge orbs that they need whenever she ults. So keep that in mind as well. Very, very good unit. This one doesn't really matter, but the cleanse is going to come in handy. Make sure you save your heal cards, because if he puts Infect and you don't have a cleanse, you will not get the 2 orbs because her heal will not go through. Keep that in mind. Another amazing unit, Green Merlin. Now, you should have already saw this coming. Between her perfect cube, you know, tanking damage, between her taking away ult gauge, her giving people 1 ult gauge to start. Amazing unit overall. Just very, very good unit, obviously. She is secondary to all the units I just named, though. Escanor, King, Jericho for damage, Valenti, Elizabeth. Merlin would be like someone you used if you can't use any of those characters. So keep that in mind. I don't really recommend it with Hell, but if you want to bring boosters, you can. Guild Thunder is a good booster. He has Rupture, which is going to do no damage, though, because he does no damage. His passive is useless as well, but he can boost attack. And his ultimate does good damage, 6'6", 840. Hellbrim's boost is better, though. Attack-related stats boost is better than just pure attack boost. Keep in mind, Hellbrim's first card is going to do nothing. His passive is whatever. And then his ultimate cancels buffs and stances. Is kind of going to do... It's decent, but it's not going to really do anything as well. So, like, I don't recommend bringing boosters over just ult rushing with, you know, Elizabeth and whoever you need or get. But yeah, you can bring those characters if you want. Moving on to 4-slot characters. Alioni, 10% attack-related stats to green units. Amazing. Always up for the job as a 4-slot for green units. You can take him. Kane, 10% attack-related stats. He does the exact same thing as Alioni does. So if whoever you have built, you just take one of them. Either one's fine. If you feel like you're not surviving as good, or you need to stay alive longer, whatever, Jillian gives 30% HP to green units. Very good 4-slot character. You can use her if you need her. For sure. Now, talking about the raid booster, Zaniri, just like Elaine from Red Demon, Elaine gives you increased drop rate on the cosmetic thing. Not to mention her passive fills the hero's ultimate move gauge by 1 orb when the hero removes debuffs. Her first card is a cleanse. So she can cleanse right off the bat. And if she cleanses, you get an ult gauge. So if you don't want to use Green Elizabeth, or you can't use her or whatever, and you have Zaniri, Zaniri is really good because she gives you extra drops for the cosmetic pieces, and she cleanses on her rank 1 instead of her rank 2 like Elizabeth. Not to mention, she's giving you ult gauge every time she cleanses a debuff. Right? Fills the hero's ultimate move gauge when the hero removes debuffs. Well, wait, I think this only applies to herself. Maybe, yeah, okay, this applies to herself, actually, I'm pretty sure. But even still, right, she gives a boost to the cosmetics. And if you want to just have that cleanse on the rank 1, I mean, you know, be my guest. There's multiple ways to ult rush it. I still say the best team is either Escanor or King, Valenti, and Elizabeth. That's like the best team. One of these two, depending on who you have maxed, Valenti and then Elizabeth is probably the best team, I'm pretty sure. And then her ultimate creates a barrier surrounding all allies equal to, you know, a percentage of her attack, increases HP related stats. She's like raw support, bro. But yeah, I mean, most people probably aren't gonna get her or summon for her or anything. We'll see, because like it's gonna be a triple banner. It's her, Elaine, and then the other one. So like, there's no guarantee you get her, which Green Elizabeth was guaranteed. They gave her to us for free, so everyone has her. So there's that. 2 characters to note for healers if you need it. Not really viable, but SR Slimeru, he heals allies on his passive, and he can heal allies on his second card. I don't really recommend them, but I'm just saying you can. And Hendrickson, SR Hendrickson, also can heal on his second card. Like I said, these 2 characters are just if you need a heal or something. I don't know. Maybe you didn't get Green Elizabeth somehow. I don't know. But yeah, so these are the characters for Grey Demon that you take for Hell. I will be taking Green King, Valenti, Elizabeth. That's who I'm going to be taking. Either Green King or Escanor. Probably Green King, though. Mine's maxed out. So, but yeah. So, there you go. That's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.